what message is Embiid sending the Sixers by saying whether it's in Philly or anywhere else?
I mean, he probably seeing the writing on the wall. I mean, there hasn't been any real progression with the team. No matter how great he's playing, they haven't. I mean, they've had talent. I think really the Jimmy Butler, not signing Jimmy Butler back, kind of stopped him from moving into that next level, because obviously we see what Jimmy did with Miami. Imagine if he had Embiid and Tobias with him, right? You know, they possibly be having a champion. This probably would have been their championship this year. So looking at where they are now, James Harden goes, if he doesn't come back, he doesn't want to be there anymore. You know, you got a guy who's just sitting there like, what we gonna do? There's no room for him anymore. So he's on that fence too, like, hey, it don't matter. You know, I just want to win a championship. You know, we've heard it all before.
What happened to trust the process? I've been tired of these niggas keep falling back on their words and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because first you duck the Joker shit, then you know, second round every year. Trust the process. You got guys like Jimmy Butler, James Harden on your team. You had an opportunity to get out of the second round. You didn't show up in fourth quarters. And what Gilbert always say about Embiid is the motherfucker's lazy. If he was in tip-top shape to deliver at the top notch of the game, which is in the fourth quarters, take him over the fucking hump. You wouldn't be having this conversation about, oh, I just want to be in position to win a championship. And you in position every fucking year. You playing the way you play every year. So why is it that there's an excuse when you don't hit your mark? You say trust the process, don't leave Philly, keep that shit going until you get there, because that's what the process is called. That's what the definition of a process is. Continue to do it, don't give up on it. So you've wanted the crowd in Philly to stay with you because you are saying you're in the process of doing something. So keep that fucking energy. Now you talking about, oh, elsewhere here, man, fuck all that. Philly ain't trying to hear that. I know Philly ain't trying to hear that.
I mean, I agree. I agree. I mean, hey, it's what you wanted. You got your MVP. So.
Yeah. You got your MVP.
I mean, I forgot he won MVP. But now,
we all did.
But now that we talking about him, it's like, shit, he did win MVP. So,
I mean,
obviously
MVP
that did.
a regular season, but come postseason, I'm just being real, like come postseason, and we talk about Embiid's nickname is the process, but the question for y'all is, when is the process going to officially be over? Is it when Embiid's gone, or when that team wins the championship?
Well, they're not winning a championship.
No, they're not winning.
They're not winning a championship.
Nah. It's called the process, right? It's no different than loading. Right?
So what if they could get down? What if they could?
You always like
loading. It's still buffering.
That's fucking hilarious.
That shit just ain't gonna turn over the way you want it to be. You know what I mean? It's gonna sit there all motherfucking day.
Waiting on this motherfucker right now.
So just process is still buffering.
It's just loading. Just put a loading.
Yeah, it's still processing.
We'll turn this bitch off and reset it, man.
Still processing. We just gonna wait till the motherfucker's done.
So how much blame does Embiid deserve for the way the Sixers season turned out this year?
This year? Listen, and it's always the same thing, right? The problem with him is gonna always be he does enough individually for us not to look at him.
Yep.
Right? When I say what you're doing with the team, with what you are equipped with, is actually not enough. Everybody's like, 32 in this, that shit sounds cool. I mean, it's amazing. Now, if I said, all right, how about this? Let me take Greek's energy, give it to Embiid. What the fuck does he average? They're gonna be like, oh, 40. Then why the fuck are you happy with 32?
Do more.
Right.
Do more.
Why the fuck are you happy with 32 if I give him someone else's energy that he doesn't have and say, all right, what would he be? I'm like, oh, the motherfucker average 30, they need 40 in this. That's what I'm saying he needs to average to get this team to another level. Like and this is the problem. When he was disrespected about the Jokic and he gave the man 50, that's what it took for you to just say, all right, I'm about to be done. Why the fuck you not doing that every fucking year?
Talk about
And
it.
if you're talking about winning a championship, that's what you're gonna have to do, Superman.
Talk about it.
So is it him?
For me, and looking at the teams he had with his talent, unstoppable, yes, it's him. If we put Shaq on any of those teams,
Yeah.
they don't lose no championship. They win championship. He got a championship.
Okay.
And you the star.
Right? Am I right?
Yeah, you the
Put
star.
Embiid on the tier of Shaq, though. Is he there yet?
Yes.
I mean, you have to because he won an MVP, but from what you see in the postseason and dominance,
And postseason,
It's a different type of dominance, but that type of focus that you got to focus on him. Yes.
yeah.
Right? We don't have like Shaq's dominance is just fucking different.
Yeah, way different.
When he dunked, he's trying to
More
break
like
rims on
Hakeem.
him. Huh?
Hakeem.
More like Hakeem.
Yeah, more like
instead of Shaq, like more Hakeem. Hakeem got 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
But think about how hard he played.
I know, but I'm saying like Hakeem was getting out there.
But it's the leadership
Like who had more talent?
between the two.
Philly or the teams Hakeem was winning with?
the Rocket Squad.
And Rocket Squads was tough.
They was solid.
Yes.
Rocket Squad.
It was
Yes,
solid.
individual.
Yes, they was solid.
Who had a James Harden?
Oh,
or
yeah.
No, they
Jimmy
didn't.
Butler?
No, not even close.
Yeah,
Not
you know
even
what I
close.
mean?
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I'm
like
saying.
that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But you, like I say this, when you're a leader of the team, you're the star of the team, all of the focus, blame, and everything comes on you because this is the penalty of leadership. The penalty of leadership is when the team fails, it's because of the leader. It starts from the top. So if you're not gonna lead by example, it's gonna show when the team don't get success. And that's what's been showing is that he hasn't been leading by example by showing the team we gonna win this shit no matter what. We always go back to Kobe Bryant. When you was talking about Kobe had to average 35 because he looked around and was like, shit, I got to do this shit to take us to this level. So when you a leader, and that goes for everybody from Dame to Steph to KD, Kyrie, Luka, all of y'all, like you gotta take the leadership and the accountability of what that stands for and take your team to the promised land. Because if you can't, it's gonna be on you. The blame is on you.
So let's talk about Embiid's regular season versus playoffs. Have to acknowledge, too, he had the knee injury, but he played the game. So at the end of the day, you play, it is what it is. But 33, 10, and 4 in 66 regular season games. Postseason, 23.7, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks in 9 games. So I was always led to believe come postseason, those numbers got to go up. Whatever you do in that regular season, playoffs, it's more.
It has to stay the same or go up by 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right, that's what makes you that dude. Staying the same or go up by 1 or 2.
What year is this for him?
8.
Yeah, let me pull it up. But I know the first 2 seasons he was kind of hurting shit, so hold on. That's why we got the computer. Everybody was always like, why are you looking at the computer all the time? This is why.
Has him beat
7th season.
7th season. When Steph, you remember when Steph was dominating, right? Like it was him, Russ, right? Them triple doubles. He was like, has Embiid actually had any phases like that?
Like just dominating,
like he's just the most unstoppable dude. Like we're sitting there like, dang, this man is unstoppable.
You mean
like,
for the whole season?
Yeah, when Steph was doing what he was doing, or KD was doing what he was doing, and those guys, he's averaging 33, but it's not noticeable for some reason.
He had moments during
Like
the
a
season.
week?
Yeah, like a week. Like he had a good, solid.
Like when Steph was cooking, the whole world was talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
Like the
because
whole
he's a
world.
big man, though? Because we always talk about, like Miles Turner was saying, it's like, because you're big, you don't really get the ball as much. You don't get to shoot threes. It's not as
Nah, but look at
entertaining.
Jokic, though.
But that was funny.
It's known. Like, that's known.
We talked about Jokic more last year into Perk.
Okay, that comparison. Yeah.
Brung in the Western. Like even when Giannis was going through that 14 game and all
Real
that,
shit.
he's just like, I haven't seen an Embiid phase like that yet. But he has the numbers. It just seems like
Yeah, Giannis definitely had. Giannis had his run too. Giannis had that.
We sitting there like,
run.
yo, this man is on fire.
Crazy.
Yeah. Or Dame. Dame had a crazy run.
Yes.
Where it was just like noticeable. Like,
Yeah, like I haven't noticed.
And Joker was doing his thing too, but also we saw the Nuggets, who were comfortably in first place, started to shut it down, get prepared for the playoffs. Obviously made sense. They're going to win a championship. But that was the argument. Obviously, Joker took a backseat to Embiid winning that MVP. But now come the postseason, Joker showed you that he's the most dominant player in the league right now. I mean, obviously you could say Giannis, KD, all these other guys at 100%. That didn't happen. Nuggets won the chip. It is what it is right now.
Well, that's crazy because if you look at it, Joker had the run where he was the best player, and we all agreed that he had that run, and then he won. Giannis, we all agreed during that run, was the best player, won. Embiid hasn't had that run where we can say, man, you are the best player and you're going to take your team to the chip.
No.
That's the thing. But I think his Batman compared to the others is not reliable. James Harden was the guy he thought was going to take him over the top, be his Robin, be his, take him over, and he just didn't deliver that.
Yeah.
The funny part is that's what makes it bad. Because on paper, who's actually better, Philly or Denver?
Philly.
James Harden averaged 22 and 10.7
for the season.
That's better than Curry. I mean, that's better than Murray's numbers.
Yep.
Tobias is better than their third option. Right? What I'm saying is by talent-wise, Philly would be better. They just don't process.
That's why the numbers don't mean nothing. It's all about putting your team together.
Yeah, put your team.
Hey,
I know.
Hey.
Jimmy,
But you got Harden, the former MVP. You got Embiid,
I know
MVP.
what you get now.
We'll wait for that
That's
tomorrow.
not working, bro.
For those that don't know, if you saw our USA versus the World Convo in Vegas, we're continuing that on Thursday. We give you just a little preview of it. Today, what's today? Wednesday? I'm all over the place.
Mr. B.
Over the water, Waller dudes you should put on the team, man.
I'm gonna say my shit. I'm gonna just let's go on. I'm gonna say my shit for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm just saying publicly. Half his team don't even start on 18.
All right, that's fine.
Mr. B.
He gonna have Bogdani in it, and that motherfucker can beat out Marcus Smart. I'm not paying attention to that sorry ass Euro team. Half of them can't speak English.
Come on, man. So
Half of them can't speak English.
Mr. B.
Yeah, mate.
mate.
Okay, mate.
But let's keep this thing back on Embiid. So we talked about from the Sixers side, but how much longer should Embiid trust the process with the Sixers?
First of all, he ain't got nothing to do. They gonna trade him too, just like they're gonna trade James Harden. Right? It's
Cutting block.
what at some point they're gonna look at the team and say, "Oh, we need to get something for him. He about to leave. We're gonna get something for him. We got to rebuild
You just start over.
and just start over."
I mean, because they've been fighting for her since he got there.
Was it 4? I mean, they got rid of everybody
They've
for
been fighting
this
for a
man.
minute.
Since they got Ben.
So
He's only in the 7th year.
he missed his first 2 years because of injury, but he's played 7 seasons.
So he's
Michael Carter Williams,
Drew.
Drew, Ben, him, Jimmy. It's a lot.
When they got rid of Ben, that was always a problem with me. I've said it. When he got rid of Ben, it's over. Because you have a guy, they can say whatever they want about us offensively. Defensively, he was not a liability.
No, he wasn't.
He was not a liability. What the fuck was the difference between James Harden in game four, the final game, and Ben Simmons? At least Ben Simmons made sure his man wasn't gonna do nothing.
Man, and he played hard too.
Like we were literally arguing and telling the man he didn't have heart, and his job is to get the best player the ball. We would never have said that to Rondo, right?
Okay.
We're not talking about like Magic Johnson. When Magic Johnson, he had Kareem, he did his thing. When Kareem wasn't there, he had to take over that. Embiid has been there the whole time.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, I look at him for the defensive presence that helped Embiid, that shut down thing. Well, I'm going to go 1, Embiid's I go 5. Like, that's what you lost. When you lost that, you lost that important part of the game.
Yeah.
Go from Trae Young to whoever he needed to go to. It's hard to, it's really hard when you have guys like that on your team because you don't value them the way they need to be valued.
I think that was the immaturity of Philly then too. And I don't think Doc Rivers helped. I don't think Brett Brown was the coach.
Yeah, Brett Brown.
Brett Brown. I don't think they helped that situation, knowing that Ben wasn't necessarily supposed to be the scoring guy. So even in that possession, the one possession fucked their whole organization up.
Yeah.
One possession.
One
One
possession.
screen grab.
Got the ball.
Passed it.
And passed it.
It's like Thibault. If Thibault finishes the play, we ain't even got nothing to we ain't discussing. It's like, why he don't get the blame for, I passed it to you, bro. I should have laid it up, but dunk that shit. You lay it up, you finish it.
Yeah.
But then it's like, that one play had everybody looking at Ben Simmons crazy. Even Joel Embiid, which Ben had his back the most, so it just looked crazy now. It's like the curse of the 76ers back on again.
So we're going to talk about, and I just want to relay this stat. We got our expert research team working with us. Simmons was 58 and 52 without Embiid. Embiid was 99 and 57 without Simmons. So just take that for what it's worth.
Whoa. What the fuck does that mean?
That
That he played better without Ben?
No, that ain't no fucking stat.
I'm just, yeah.
Ain't no fucking
They
stat.
said just keep it pushing.
No, fuck that. Don't even do that. This is not sports. We're not doing that bullshit.
It's not Sports Center.
We're not doing that dumb shit. He's Ben Simmons.
Short center.
Ben Simmons, when he didn't have Embiid, it was fucking Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris.
Real shit.
Right?
Real shit.
When when Embiid didn't have Ben Simmons, he had James Harden, Tobias, Max. He had still a fucking team, so we're not gonna do that.
A squad.
Real shit.
Right?
Right. Hey, that's cheating too. That's a good
you
point.
said they tried
That's
that
a fucking
bullshit.
good point too. That's fucking cheating.
Yeah, sometimes we make sure you're still paying attention.
Okay.
You get an A for paying attention.
You get an A. That ain't a stat. That ain't no fucking stat.
What's up, everybody? As you know, Gil's Arena is presented by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is the easiest and best way to play fantasy sports. You can pick higher or lower on your favorite players' fantasy projections, and you have the opportunity to win up to 20 times your money in a single night. We're doing the 5 ways, the 4 ways, the 3 ways. You know, you can do them 2 ways too, but the brewer bread is at the 5-way. Who you rolling with right now? Oh, you got
Oh yeah, just pick the 5-way.
that WNBA.
WNBA, all 5. Let's rock it.
Let's get this
Yes,
bread.
sir.
Now, Underdog is available in 30 states and Canada, except Ontario. Get your minds right. Get on with the Underdog Fantasy crew. And if you want to get down, use promo code GIL and Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. You put $100 in, they give you $100 right off the top. You start with $200, really get them pick'ems going. Everybody out there, make your next move your best move. Download the Underdog Fantasy app, use promo code GIL, and they will match your first deposit up to $100. You can't beat that. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Keep watching, keep supporting the movement.
I'll do it again. Use promo code GIL.
Sound like a good promo code to me.
Agent Zero. Change the game. Put that respect on his name. Look, with the honor call for greatness, the chosen of few that carry the gift of genius, who do what they do, who possess finesse, are blessed with desire, it's true. I'ma say it loud, none other than who?